So hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the series Campus2Corporate, brought to you by Analytics and Consulting Club, NIT Jamshedpur. I'm your host Krishna, and in this episode would take us through an enlightening experience. So get ready to delve into and learn from the experiences of Divyanshu Dubey, who is a graduate from Electrical Engineering 24 batch and has secured a 6-month plus full-time employment at Genpact as a consultant. Thank you for joining us, Divyanshu sir.
Great. It's all my pleasure, Krishna. Yeah,
Okay, sir. So let's begin with the questions.
sure.
Sure. So firstly, you belong to a circuital branch, and we know that people from circuital branches have doors open to almost all the domains, be it core, non-core, software, or anything. However, you chose the consultant role over the others. So what was your motivation behind choosing this role or work in this company?
To be specific, why I chose this, for all of us, even most of my friends, if you talk to them, it all starts with a senior. You know, you see
Hmm.
somebody, you feel how elegant that person is, what he pursues, you get motivated to do that. So it basically started there. When I was in my first year, second year, that was COVID time. So people were breaking out of software, all those of seniors which I saw and went to various different domains. So that was the first time I got a hands on that there is a domain which is analytics, because that was the time when people were mostly into software. If you would
Right,
have seen my batch in CACC and electrical, out of even if there were 100 people, 98 people were in SD in the start of the year.
right,
So was there. I also started out with software. I was into software. I did coding for almost till December of my second year. When I came into third year, then I did not hit that spark in coding. I was not enjoying it that highly. Not particularly coding. I'm still coding technically, but the domain of coding wherein you are solving those problem solving things. So I switched to Python. I started doing analytics, and here I am.
okay, right. Fair enough. That explains why many people from almost every branches are willing to work at this role, right? Okay, so according to your profile, you received a 6-month plus full-time employment. Let's dive into the primary responsibilities that you were assigned during your time at Genpact as an intern. Also, could you throw some light upon the work culture at Genpact, if you may?
Yeah, sure, Krishna. So Genpact has a very vivid work culture. It's actually known in this industry for a very good work-life balance. It's all about like you have to manage stuff, and you'll get all the opportunity you want. You want to code, you'll get opportunity. You want to go into stuff where you manage clients, you will have everything you want. You will have super supportive people around you. You will get all the support you want. You want to do client dealing, whatever you want to do, you'll have scope of it in Genpact. So it was super fun for me. Um, like I enjoyed every bit of it till now. It was filled with ups and downs for sure, but yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. Starting, it was a bit chill, then work came upon, but still, everybody is super supportive. You'll always find help from your manager, senior manager, super communicative. So it's been very happening for me, and um, can't be any more grateful for the opportunity I've got.
Right. I also asked about the responsibilities that you were assigned during your time.
Yeah, so as interns, you get small projects. You are with a senior manager, you get small projects. Can't really specify what I did because
Right.
that is not allowed. But yeah, we get small projects. I was into automation stuff. So basically, there is Python coding, VBA stuff. So you could code and automate those processes that are many a times manual or even semi-automated, helping those things out. So yeah.
Right. So it was mostly a learning part and while dealing with small projects.
Sure. 6 months is all about your learning. You get to learn a lot. You get to explore yourself more than anything, more than the company. Like, what can you do at your best so that whenever you join, you can join at the best place possible in the company.
All right. All right. So thank you for your insights about the company. Next, I would like to ask about the recruitment process that you went through for Genpact, just so our viewers briefly understand about the rounds that they will have to clear.
Sure, Krishna. That's a good question because I have got a lot of questions from many people on the same. Basically, there are just two rounds. For our year, it was two. Many a times it is probably three, because when I had talked to my seniors, they used to tell me that there are three rounds. So I had two rounds. There is an OA, online assessment, and then there is an interview. Just two rounds. Your OA has questions from everything. You will have aptitude, you will have coding questions, couple of coding questions from sometimes SQL. In my paper, there were also questions from Java, because it was a common test for software as well. So we had some couple of questions from SQL and Java and English. These are the major parts for the OA. The test is majorly around for 1.5 hours, sometimes 2 hours, couple of hours. It's an online test. It's a 50-50 paper. You get English in equal proportion to all the other things. So English is pretty important. Language hold is pretty important. Once you qualify that, they'll give you a call for interview. You'll go to the interview. In interview, Genpact focuses mostly on your projects and your CV. Whatever you have written in your CV must be truthful. You must not write anything blatantly in your CV. They will not ask you anything out of the box. Whatever you have written in your CV will be asked. So if you have written, you know this thing, you should be prepared that a question is coming for you on that. For my interview, I had given three projects. Their major focus is on projects. Like my interview went for close to 45-50 minutes. So I gave three projects. The major focus was on the three projects I have done. One was on something related to Python. So close to 10-15 minutes discussion on that, analyzing through the code I have written. Then I did a product tear down project. Product tear down was something I did back in second year. Left it back, but that was a good project. So I put it there. So quite a discussion, because it was a market research thing. I have done back in during COVID days. So quite a discussion on that, close to 10-15 minutes, like whatever I did. Then there was a couple of BI projects and such. So my interview was quite intrigued. He was happy with those projects. So it went close to almost 30 minutes. We were discussing only on our projects, the projects I had and stuff. So please, all of you who are preparing for Genpact, focus on your projects. Keep everything ready in your projects, even small bits and pieces, whatever you have, keep it in focus, because anything can be asked. My project line went quite towards AI, you know, slight. So my interview was very happy. We had a discussion close to 10 minutes on AI only.
Okay.
What can be the future of AI? How can Genpact go to AI? What can you deliver to Genpact using AI, and how can AI happen? So anything can, like whatever projects you give, keep a brief on it and be confident. That's it. Have a good communication skill. Talk to your interviewer, you'll be happy.
Right.
And other than that, they'll also focus on your extracurriculars. That is common for every interview.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's all.
So I must say that you do not have to specifically prepare for the interview. It's all about the projects and all about everything you include in your CV that you have
Yeah,
to
sure,
know
sure, sure.
thoroughly.
Yes, yes, yes. You cannot lie in your CV. Like if you are preparing for analytics, there are 3 to 4 basic things you should know: Python, basics of ML, VBA, some stuff around. So you should prepare for that and put it only to the extent where you can explain it to the interviewer. If you lie, they'll catch it. They'll catch it. You will think that they did not catch, but they interviewed more people than interviews you have ever seen. So they'll easily know that you are lying. So please don't do that.
Right. Okay, so thank you for sharing your interview experience. I'm sure it will help and guide many of us. And people think that after receiving full-time employment offer, they do not have to stand out of the crowd, which is partially correct, but still every workplace has its own challenges. And you seem to be a person who like to take up those challenges. So as we dive deeper, could you tell the audience about what was the most challenging part about uh, your internship and how did you overcome it?
As such, I cannot make out of a very hefty, challenging part. It's all been ups and downs, but not a very challenging thing coming up on me. You have, because the ecosystem has been so supportive. I did not face any such very big problem, because every time I faced, there were seniors, there were people around whom I could tell, I could ask for help. So it was very supportive. Uh, Coming to the question that 6 month plus full time, you have, if you have an offer of that nature. Um, in a corporate, it's always about being there. So you cannot just leave it like you have a full-time employment, so you can leave. No, that does not happen because it's always conditional. Every offer is conditional. So you have to stand out, you have to do your job well. Because if you don't, first, you don't develop yourself. And the second things, nobody is impressed from it. You have to do your job at your best because it's not a like we give a tag, no, sarkari naukri. It's not that. Even if when you join as a full-time employee, you'll have to work hard, you'll have to show your talents, you have to do. That is a two-way thing. Even when you work hard, you also enjoy. So
Right.
in a good ecosystem, working hard is easy and as well as fun. So that is needed.
Right. And I also think that it does not matter that what your domain you are in. You have to remain updated and go through the market trends.
Yes, sure. Because with the changing domains, it's all about change. Genpact used to come for every branch in our college previously. Like it used to be open till the
Right.
last branch which was available. But now they have shifted to CSCC and electrical because they're looking towards coding skills as well. Because you need to have that knack. Sometimes they do open for the lower branches. They should, I don't know they should or not, but they do open for in couple of colleges. But in our college, they don't. Um, because they want people to know those coding skills and improve because Genpact now is shifting towards automation and AI.
Mm-hmm.
They want to make those changes so that they become less labor intensive and more productive. So they're searching for those skills. Like if you look 2 to 3 years back, that was not the main focus of things. The main focus was towards communication skills and basic analytics skills. But now the focus is a bit towards AI, automation, and stuff. So that is bringing about the change. So the company is going through that change, and so will you also.
Right.
It's progressive growth.
Okay. So, what do you think are the skills necessary possessed by the candidate for this particular role as a consultant? Also, if it would be beneficial if you can provide a roadmap for the transitioning third year students so that they are ready at the time of intern and placement season.
Sure, Krishna. Particularly, if you need couple of things, I'll say you should have a knack for a bit of coding. Bit of coding, I mean Python. You should know Python or a couple of languages, whatever language you may be comfortable in, but you should have that problem solving skill set so that if you get some coding stuff, you are ready for it. You should also have good communication skills because um, you'll have to talk to clients. It's a client based company. So somehow you'll always have communication with the clients. So it is very much needed. You have good communication skills. You cannot lack in that because at the end of the day, it's all about communication. And then you also need a couple of small things like storytelling or you can say case study solutions. Prepare for all those things. Whatever is the basic patterns of analytics, everybody knows. That is quantitative aptitude, uh, the case studies, and etc. It's all the same. Just a small addition, I would say, is a bit of knack for Python more because all the analytics company look for a good like basic stuff, whatever is there. But in Genpact now they're looking towards that small knack of coding. So if you want to come to Genpact, have that small. It's not a very big deal, but you must know Python. You must know how to do those things.
Right. I have not heard many consultants say that you need to know coding, but Genpact is a bit different in the size of code. Thank you, sir. I think now people would have a clearer idea about what they have to do and how much time they have to dedicate for all of that. Consultant, as the name suggests, would be a highly client-facing role, which generally does not let the employee have a good work-life balance in particular. This is the reason why many people quit consulting job within a few years. So how do you plan to continue your professional career? Is it so that a good work-life balance is kind of negotiable to you at this point?
Um, you could call that way, but at Genpact, it's like everything is fixed. It's not that way of client dealing as there is in different way. We as starting of our career, so we did not get to deal with client at that extent. We have our seniors doing that job right now. We were mostly on the back end of things. There were quite a few opportunities where we did get to meet the clients and stuff. We were there, but the lead role was still with our seniors because there are people to lead that, you know. So going forward, this might happen that the work-life balance might be a bit compromised, but let's see what future holds. Can't
Right.
say anything on that right now.
Okay. It is rightly said that no job is easy, and initial years are supposedly for your learning. So we should deliberately dedicate more hours in the start to gain more practical knowledge.
True, true,
Sure.
true, true. Like it's, you must work hard. You know, people when we are in college, we just feel like yes, it's job is done. That's it. Now we'll relax. But that is not. It is not done. It is just the start. You when you come into the industry, you get to know that whatever you know is very less. It's nowhere even near to what people are doing. People out here are doing crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So you need to come out here, learn, keep growing and working. So that is
Right.
very much needed.
Right. I also think the environment of Bangalore would be a learning curve in
True.
itself. So at last, if
Correct.
you want to give one advice to the students aspiring towards this domain, then what will it be?
One advice will be keep practicing, keep working, and come with an open mindset. Don't come with a mindset that you'll get a particular job role and you'll continue. Come with an open mindset. Whatever work you get, try to improve on that because analytics is a very open domain right now. People come with that I'll do this Power BI work or I'll do this work, but come with an open mindset, start learning Python, switch towards stuff that is related to more of coding because the world is moving towards that. And
Right.
it will be all up and down, right? Never a smooth one. Don't come with the mindset that now it is all settled, now it will be a smooth ride, but bad and no, it will always be up and down. So be prepared for that.
Hmm. Okay, sir. So open mindset is what it's all about. Thank you, sir, for your fine piece
Yeah.
of advice. I think that sums up today's episode. Thank you so much for joining today. It's been a real pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Krishna. Pleasure was all mine, and great set with the ACC because many times people come individually to us, and no, in the industry we don't have so much of time. So it's a great platform you guys have set up because instead of coming directly, many times people can get our experiences directly from these videos.
Right.
So it will be great. That idea is great.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys. If you enjoyed today's conversation, please take a moment to comment down below about what questions you found intriguing. Also, do mention if you forgot to ask any important question that we can add in our upcoming episodes. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in.